This is yours truly, the Grand Queen, coming at you tonight. Welcome to the Pit Stop. This is Just Stop It, mental health support, simple, not basic. But welcome to our sub show, the Pit Stop. Just making a little time for you guys tonight. And this is yours truly, the Grand Queen, creative and producer of the Just Stop It show and the Pit Stop. Tonight is the Pit Stop's mental health check in, and we're glad that you're here with us. And get your game on tonight, get your game face on tonight. We are at part two. We are at part 2. Last week, we started the party. We started it out. It's a crisis, not a party. But we just, easing into the party aspect of it. And a party, you always have a good time. We're not talking about mental illness or mental health as a party, because there's so many different things that happen during a mental health crisis, or so many things you pass through uh, to get from point A to B concerning your mental wellness. And this is all a mental wellness journey. This is all a wellness journey concerning our mental health. And we just want to make it as best as possible together, maybe apart, but together. So, yeah, here we are, just having a little fun with our mental health. We got to have fun. Make it a priority to have fun. It's a part of your wellness. It's a part of your mental wellness plan. It's a part of mental wealth, for goodness sake. So here we are tonight. Good evening, good morning, good night. Oh, whoever you are, good afternoon. Whoever you are, wherever you are. It could be afternoon, could be morning, could be night. It's okay. I'm I'm the Grand Queen of the Just Stop It show, coming at you tonight with our sub show, the Pit Stop. Right? So yeah, it's a little party going on here. Last week we started the party. Uh, we started at part 1, asking questions. It's a little game we started to play. We got about another week to finish out the game. So last week's game was about actually, we're digging into it. The goal is, let me just tell you, because we're a bit more laid back on Wednesday night. The goal is, when you think about it, this is about real talk, right? And I meant about mental health. We know it's a heavy subject. So many people think it's taboo. So many people don't want to talk about it. It's a heavy topic, but we just want to kick it off and have a little fun. Just kick off and have some fun with it. It is the month of May. Soon it'll be June. Summer is coming, and we want to get ourselves ready mentally. So we need to just have some fun, so we can get through safely and soundly without fear of this, that, and the third. Because God hasn't given us the spirit of fear, but of love and a sound mind. So we're about soundness. So for the next 10 minutes, just like last week, all right, we're going to play a little quick game. Last week we played Then and Now Mental Wellness Edition. The goal is, again, um, it isn't to say, rather, one generation had it easier and the other had it harder. We just want to do a little comparison to see how people are coping from one generation to another and across generations, because hey, that's what it is. That's what it's about. Every households have changed. It's across generation uh aspects now, and we got to talk about it and have some fun tonight about it. How resources have shifted, how understanding and access to mental health has shifted. It shifted rural and city. It has shifted both in rural and city areas, meaning urban and countryside, so to speak. However, just maybe, we could highlight some unintended drawbacks. Just want to highlight a few things, that maybe we weren't aware of, on how to make it better. We just want to make it better among each other. We want to learn how to lean on each other as best as we can and make it better, right? So, hey, just chill, relax. It's fun tonight. I'm coming at you from a whole different perspective. Remove the stigmas, the taboos. You see it across the ticker tape here. Listen, it's okay to ask for help sometimes. It's okay to say, hey, I'm struggling. Don't normalize it. It's no shame in the game of wellness, in the game of good mental health. Yeah, so here we are at part two. Let's dive in. Seeking help. Oh, I'm raising my hand on that one. Hmm. Whoo. I used to think like, hey, seeking help. Who do I ask? And some people, I guess the question, some people answered like, you don't know. Who do you ask? Where do you go to ask for help when you're having a little struggle? Maybe you like, okay, somebody asks you, how you doing today? Sometimes I answer, I don't know. I don't know yet. And people are taken back like, what you talking about, girl? Just what I said. I don't know yet. But see, that's me. That's me in my generation. Now, cross generations, that was then. That's my generation, and what's going on now. So I want to hear from you guys. I need to hear from you. Tonight is about questions and answers. Always bring, there's always questions and answers at the same time. The solution is always there at the same time. It just may take a while to, dig in, get to it, get through it, get with it. That's okay. So yeah, last week I asked the question, feeling down, what does that mean to you across generations? I didn't get enough responses. So listen up, family, across each generation, millennials, um, whoever you are, Zoomers, boomers, whoever you are. Uh, listen, answer the question. What does it mean, feeling down, right? What does it mean when you're feeling up? I don't know. Like us, go to J Tire Form 1 at YouTube, which is just us. J Tire Form 1, JTIREFORM, the number one at YouTube. J Tire Form 1. Right? Go there and just, like, subscribe, not just that, respond. Give us some more stuff on how we need to be aware on the things, that actually in real we're talking about real talk, and we're also talking about real time. What makes you feel down? Not just something somebody said to you, because there's always some other stuff in the atmosphere or in your mind, or in your situation, or some other circumstance that's that's always there before, during, and after an event. Somebody says something or does something. Let's have it. Let's have it on what what it means to you, and make us aware on why it means whatever to you, and what do you do about it. What's your solution? Because I'm sure that there's other people going through it. They need your help. We need each other's help. So yeah, let me just give you a little rundown. Let's give you a little example on what it means to feel down across generations. We talked about it. We played around with it last week because it's a game. This is a game. But games also make you aware. You can have fun. It also makes you think. It's stimulating. It makes you like, hey, give you something to talk about, and give you something to do. Give you something, and maybe you need to change, and maybe you don't need to change something. That's the game of life. Life is a game sometimes. It's just how you play. So yeah, the got a couple of little answers here from that same question, right? So here's some possible answers. So let's visit then and now, mental health wellness edition questions. Feeling down, older people, all of the kings and queens, prince, and whoever you are, whatever you are, he, she, me, they, we, it, on the aspect of feeling down, right? Um, some may say, the old generation may say, okay, we're talking about, how they handle it, how they format feeling down, how they handle it, what do they do to engage, what do they say? And this may not sit well with millennials. uh any other generation. But this is what they say: buckle up, snap out of it, just get on with things. That's my generation for you. Doesn't mean it's correct. I'm just saying that's how they handle it. Go outside and catch some fresh air. Another response on how they handle feeling down. Talk to a friend or a family member. It's just a bad mood. It'll pass. How do we know it'll pass? What do I know? It's just a bit, again, keep busy. I don't know. That busy work, and also what goes with busy work, multitasking. Multitasking is a crapshoot. I'm just saying. It cannot solve anything. Now, this is the younger generation's response, awareness to feeling down. This is their response. Are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? Compared to Zoomers and Boomers who say, buckle up, snap out of it, get on with it. Younger generation, maybe you're feeling anxious or depressed. Have you considered talking to a therapist? Let's do something relaxing together. It's okay not to be okay. That part. It's the beginning of a solution, and removing the stigmas, removing the taboo, removing the taboo that, hey, we don't need to talk about it. Do something else. Sweep it under the rug. Put a mask on it. No, ain't happening. This is real talk, right? So we are learning from each other. So Zoomers, Boomers, some things we need to unlearn and reteach. So that's just a little example. Not to say this doesn't go for all Zoomers and Boomers. We're talking about the generation from where it came from, the approach on how they handled certain things. Right? Here we are in a whole different era, a whole different time. Meaning we also need a new time, a new mindset. Go to Just Stop It MS, which is Just Stop It Mind Shift. That's what it means. Just Stop It Mind Shift. Go to juststopitms.com. Blog. You can blog there. You can leave some, not just comments, you can leave some valid information. Leave some questions and answers on some of the subject matter that we talked about. Leave some support to help, really expand what we've been talking about. Things that lead to resources. Leave some resources and more thoughtful, valid information there that people can use, right? So, that's therapeutic too. Beginning a conversation is therapeutic. Having links and resources to the things that you need for your mental wellness, your mental wealth, is the beginning of therapy. Therapy of any kind, it works. Therapy of many kinds, it works. Just give yourself time, right? So here we are tonight at part two. Game on, game face on. So, yeah, seeking help. Tonight we're talking about seeking help to the older generation. What were the barriers or stigmas associated with seeking help for emotional or mental wellness? Now, that's a question. I'm going to put it up on a ticker tape as well. What were the barriers? Actually, I'm going to put it up in YouTube, not on a ticker tape tonight. I'm going to put it up when I post this on YouTube. I'm going to post these same questions, and I need you to answer these same questions. Zoomers, Boomers, millennials, and every other generation behind it. Right? Fifth generation, fourth, third, first generation. Right? Answer these questions to the older generation again. What were the barriers or stigmas associated with seeking help for emotional? We're talking about what were the barriers for seeking help for emotional or or mental struggles when you were growing up. I have to say and emotional. What were the barriers and stigmas for seeking help for emotional and mental struggles? Answer me. Answer back. Holler back at JTire Forum 1 and also at JTire Forum 1 on YouTube. Just Us and at juststopitms.com. Now, to the younger generation, hmm, this is a good one. How open, how open or normalized is the idea of seeking professional help? How open or normal? From the response that I found, when somebody asked earlier, when the question was asked earlier, you know, what does feeling down mean to you? And most of the younger generation's response in my find says they would ask questions first. Somebody says you feeling down, they would ask you, "Are you okay?" If and I'm just paraphrasing. Would you like to talk about it? If not, I'm here for you. You know, things like that. So, is it open? How open or normalized is the idea of seeking professional help? Is it okay among your generations of younger people today? And what are some of the things? What are some of the ways that people access it? What are some of the ways? What are some of the formats? And what's the formula for accessing good mental health support? Urban versus rural. That part. I really need you to go all in and answer that. Holla back on that one because people are struggling. So many people are struggling with accessibility, with mental health, mental wellness, and accessible services. Not as much in urban areas. Now, it depends where in the city part, but the struggle is real. This is real talk. The struggle is real in rural areas, family. We need you to share valid resources and to help remove the myth, to help remove the stigmas that, and the taboo. Because what's happening, it's a struggle. Once the stigmas and taboos are removed, the struggle is no more. The struggle is over. So I have to say, I prophesy the struggle is over because we coming together collectively, collaboratively. We are coming together, right? So again, what are some of the ways that young people, the Gen Zs are handling it? What are some of the ways the millennials are handling it? The alphas are handling it. What are some of the ways they're handling good mental health today compared to how it was before? That was then, talking about my generation. I'm talking about now. That was then. What's happening now? Right? Asking for help. Let's kill this. Let's get rid of the struggle. Let's X that out. Let's stop normalizing inaccessibility. Let's stop normalizing the struggle. The struggle must become obsolete so we can have therapy of any kind across the board, across generations. All right. So that's it for me tonight. And I'm going to come back with some more answers to game two on next week. I'm going to come back with the answers to game two. Again, tonight we're seeking help. That's tonight's game, seeking help, right? Older generation, Gen Zs, millennials, alphas, come back with it. Come on, come back with it. Bring it at J Tire Form 1. Answer those questions. I'm going to put those questions up. I'm going to post those questions on the YouTube page, and I expect some great answers because listen, even me sometimes I struggle. Sometimes I struggle with accessibility. With I mean, certain things. If certain things are not at your, if you don't have access to certain things, then it does affect your wellness. It does affect your mental wellness. If you don't have like the right transportation, I mean, there's transportation all over the place, but if you don't have the right transportation that fits just your situation, it's a problem. It's a struggle. And then, pride can also be a problem. If you don't say anything to the right people, then you're not going to get any help. So you have to learn how to put pride in its place and find the right people to talk with, which will help you solve your problem and help other people solve their problem too. Because sometimes one thing works together. Sometimes, it creates a pattern, and some people may say, one hand washes the other, something like that. It's something like that. But coming together, collaborating, coming together creates a pattern of oneness and wholeness for everybody involved. And sometimes it's just a few people. It doesn't take the whole stadium full. Sometimes just a few people make a huge difference. And it continues that part. All right. So, hey, seeking help. Last week was what? Feeling down. This week, seeking help. And next week, we're coming back at you with trauma. Think about that one now. Trauma. We've talked about trauma before, right? But next week, it's going to be a shell shocker. Hmm. It's going to be a shell shocker. So have a good week, and I hope and pray the struggle is over. So please be mindful that you don't have to struggle. You do not have to struggle. You do not have to struggle. As our African brothers say, how many times did I call you? Again, you do not have to struggle, right? You do not have to normalize the struggle. It's simple, not basic. So much love, peace, and joy to you. And please, again, go to JTire Forum 1 and share your answers. Share your answers to how to help you. Self what? Share your answers to seeking help. Share your answers to the first question I had last week on feeling on how you format, how you understand feeling down. This week, second game is seeking help, comparing the older generation to the younger generation, how they seek help for good mental wellness, right? And again, it's not remove that taboo. Take those labels off of you. I'm just saying. Again, we'll see you on Sunday. On this Sunday, we will see you on this Sunday night. And until then, have the best of the rest of this week and stay phenomenal as you are. Keep shining and sharing as all stars do. Peace, love, and joy.